In this video, we're going to talk about the Solid Edge Pathfinder. Solid Edge Pathfinder has a lot going on inside of it. Here we have a Pathfinder for an assembly. On the left side column, we have these eyeballs, which allow you to turn parts on and off right from the Pathfinder window. You've also got a little symbol with a couple of blue lines on it. This means that this part is under constraint. The lock symbol in the unlocked position means the part is unlocked. Then you've got the part name, and the tooltip for the part has some additional information on it. Additionally, you've got a context menu with several types of actions that you can take. Edit definition, edit the part, and that would be edit it in place, so that would be in context in Solidworks language. But in Solid Edge, they call it interpart edit if you create relationships between parts in the assembly. You can open documents directly from the assembly, allow a component to be dragged, measure, and activate. Active versus inactive is the same as lightweight versus fully loaded or resolved in SolidWorks. You can also hide from the context menu, although you don't really need to do it. It makes an extra click. You can just click the eyeball here. And show only is pretty much the same as isolate, and I have yet to figure out exactly what the difference is. You can get the properties of a part, as well as mirror or pattern components, and then you can suppress occurrences. Now, occurrences in Solid Edge is the same as instances in SolidWorks. And of course, you can delete stuff right from here as well. If you want to do a search on the assembly Pathfinder, what you're going to find is probably this. You might want to write this path down. In this place, you'll be able to find a legend for all of the various icons that are used to the left of a part name in a Solid Edge assembly. There should be something similar for parts as well. This used to be in the help document, and this is an article that I actually wrote when I worked for Solid Edge. And in the course of the article, it tells you how to find this information in the Solid Edge help. But subsequent versions of the help have removed the link or removed the way to find this. If this kind of information is still in the Solid Edge help, I can't find it. Some of this information will be cleared up, and a lot of these symbols are named in this article. The Solid Edge Pathfinder also has a lower section down here, similar to the same thing in SolidWorks. It just talks about the various relationships between the parts and if there is any sort of status. For example, here it's showing us the part is underdefined and it's got relationships of these types to other parts in the assembly. If you're interested in what these symbols mean for the assembly mate types, Solid Edge calls them assembly relations and SolidWorks calls them assembly mates. So they work a little bit differently between the two programs. The symbols for the mate types are going to be over here. Flash fit won't be a specific mate type, but it will employ some of these other mate types. So we've got mate, which means face to face, and the face normals are opposite. Planar align means face to face, and the plane normals are parallel. Axial align, essentially concentric. Insert is a compound mate, and it's a combination of a concentric and a coincident, or what Solid Edge just calls a mate. Connect is a more complicated kind of mate that you use for more complex geometry. And you can read the tooltip here to help you understand how that works. An angle mate sounds like what it is. Tangent, same thing. Path, very similar to what SolidWorks allows users to do. A parallel mate, a gear mate, match coordinate systems, just an easy way to snap a part into place. There are also the center plane relationship, which is similar to something SolidWorks has, and a rigid set where you take two parts and whatever orientation they're in with respect to one another, they'll maintain that relationship. They'll move as a single part. The ground part will fix a part right where it is, and the rest of these are tools that you're going to use to deal with mates rather than actual mates themselves. So that's what these symbols mean in front of the mates. There are also some special symbols for the part pathfinder. And in this case, we're showing design bodies, which are the bodies that produce the volume in a solid edge part. Construction bodies can be one of several things. You see here that we've got surface bodies, but there's also such a thing as a curve body. And then you might also have a solid body that's a construction body. Talking about bodies in Solid Edge is going to be a completely separate video, but just to let you know that the Pathfinder here helps you identify the design bodies from the construction bodies. And you can turn them on or off right from here. And you also have anything that's available on the context bar or on the right mouse button menu. Additionally, from the Pathfinder, you have your base reference planes, and these can be shown or hidden from here. The base, which SolidWorks calls the origin, the material, and so on. Your parts can also be ordered and or synchronous. So if you have a part that's partially synchronous, the synchronous section will be listed first, and then the ordered features will be listed second. Within the Pathfinder list for the features, the eyeball means that it's shown or hidden. The orange pencil means that you have a sketch that's underdefined. And of course, the symbol here shows us what kind of feature it is, and then the name allows you to give each feature a name. This symbol is the same as the extruded surface. So if you're looking for a symbol in this area, you just look in the features list and see what that is. Now this one might be an exception. It's a parallel plane. You'd get to that here, and there's the parallel plane along with its symbol. The blue surf is very similar to the SolidWorks boundary surface, and that's found on the surfacing tab in the surfaces area. All of your solid features are going to be on the home tab. These symbols on the icons should match up with the little symbol in front of the feature in the Pathfinder. Just like SolidWorks, you can reorder features up and down the tree. Solid Edge will let you know if that feature cannot be reordered, usually for parent-child reasons. The items on the context bar edit definitions, so that will edit that feature. Dynamic edit allows you to edit the sketch, and sketch will roll the model back to that point and allow you to edit the sketch with the model rolled back. Look at face will swing the view around so it's looking normal onto the face, so perpendicular or square onto that face. Measure, of course, and different plane types. Then you've got the view or show only. Plane name display will attach the name to the display of that plane down in the graphics window. And section by plane, you'd be able to use this plane to section the model and then of course delete. You're going to get a different set of commands on the context bar depending on what type of feature you select, which is part of the beauty of the context bar. Different options you'll get with a blue surf selection will be go to, so it will roll the model back to that point. Also, you can mirror just the selected feature or suppress the feature. You've also got an option to rename from here. Solid Edge has two ways to rename this feature. One way is you can select it, right click or left click, and use the context bar to rename the feature. Or you can select it and then press F2 and we can rename it again. And similar to SolidWorks also, if you right-click on the top-level name of the part inside the Pathfinder, you get a list of several things that you can access from here. The material table, the File Properties, Property Manager. You can use the Find feature, and this allows you to do a search. For example, if we wanted to find all the blue surf items, Solid Edge highlights all those for us right from here. Further, we can access a drawing of the active model right from here. We can show everything that's available for these types of features, including the current design body. And you can hide the same types of features. Document status in Solid Edge is a lifecycle related display option, and you can show that or hide that however you want. Also, you can show or hide various types of reference information right from the right mouse button menu at the top level. Finally, there are some settings in Solid Edge options that you can use to control the Pathfinder. One way to find these and make them accessible is to use the setting finder and type in Pathfinder. And here we have two settings. The first is in the General tab, and we can indicate under constrained profiles in the Pathfinder. You see we've got that turned on, and that's why we have these orange pencils that indicate under constrained sketches. This is not a default setting in Solid Edge, so you have to turn that on if you want to see that indicator. The second setting up here is under the Helpers tab. Make part and assembly Pathfinder dockable. This is only available when you have all of your windows closed, so it's not showing up in the interface right now. But that's where you'll find it if you come back to the options when all documents are closed. Thanks for watching.